Hello, third grade. Hello. All right. So we're moving on. We are in the third quarter of third grade, halfway through the year. Do a little review because we're going to start a new syllable type today. So let's review what we've covered so far. We've covered your closed syllable. Remember all of those things that went along with the closed syllable. Remember, the closed syllable is a short vowel sound. We learned a lot with the closed syllables. We reviewed all the suffixes. Remember what a suffix is, comes at the end of the word, right? Plurals, past tense, present tense. You're full of something, 1L. Less, you don't have it. If you're thankless, that means you don't have thanks. Able to do something. Talk about prefixes. Remember, prefixes come at the beginning of the word. Things like this, miss, non. We talked about that 1-to-1-to-1 rule. When you have a 1-to-1-to-1 word, one syllable, one vowel, one consonant after the vowel, you double it. Like in the word cupping, if you add a vowel suffix, that is. Remember, vowel suffixes, ding, 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 what's going off in your brain? Vowel suffixes start with a vowel, right? Ing, able, ed, er, est. We talked about the rule when you have an F at the end of the word, you drop, change it to a V. Remember, in the word knife, if it's an FE, become knives. Or if you have shelf, become shelves. Do you remember all of that with the closed syllable? Then we moved on and talked about our vowel consonant E syllable. Remember our vowel consonant E syllable. Vowel consonant E is a long vowel sound. It has a vowel, one consonant, and then an E. We talked about the rule for adding suffixes, how you drop the E. If you have a rule, for example, loving, your mom loves you, she treats you with loving kindness. Now, if you are adding a consonant suffix, then you don't drop that E. That was a rule we learned. So, we've learned a lot. Then we went on to learn about that schwa, and we spent quite some time on the schwa. Do you remember what the schwa is? The schwa is an unexpected vowel sound. Most of the time it sounds like an or you might not even hear it at all, like in the word Alaska, Alaska, right? That has two schwas. Or sometimes it gets eaten up and you don't hear it at all, like in the word jacket, pocket. That's a lot that we've learned. So now we're going to move on to the third syllable type. So we've done closed syllable and vowel consonant E. The third syllable type is going to be a review for you. You did it last year in second grade. It's going to be the open syllable. So while I'm cleaning off this board and I'm pausing the video, do you remember what an open syllable is? What sort of vowel sound does an open syllable make? I'll be back. Okay, so third grade, if you notice over here on this side of the board, I put a nonsense word. It means it's a word that doesn't have any meaning. It's just a nonsense word. I'm going to give you a minute. I want to see if you can pronounce these in your head. This is a closed syllable because it's one vowel closed in. How would you say that if that were a real word? How would that change if you added an E to that word, making it a vowel consonant E? And this is an open syllable. Do you remember that from second grade? Did you say gum? Ah, short O. Did you say scone? That E makes that a long O. Scone. And then do you remember that in an open syllable, that makes a long vowel sound? Go. So in an open syllable, that last vowel is not closed in, making it a long vowel sound. So here are, and if the sound card, if you remember your sound card from second grade, was a little boy, it was me, because that is a long vowel, an open syllable. Me. Crow. Flew. All of those are open syllables. Now, we have a lot of words in our English language, and many of them are more than one syllable, right? So just like a closed syllable and a vowel consonant E syllable can be in a multisyllabic word, open syllables can also be multisyllabic words. So now, and we also have to remember the rule for breaking up words. So for example, in the word acorn. Now remember, what's the rule? Well, I have two vowels. Sometimes you put the first consonant with the first letter. So you could say to yourself, acorn? Is that a closed with an R control? Acorn? I've never heard of an acorn before. Let me see if I can split it up into an open syllable. A corn. Oh, I have heard of an acorn. Remember, third grade, we haven't reviewed this yet, but you know this from second grade. O-R, horn, or. That's an R control syllable. Acorn. There's your open syllable. How about in the word? Let's look at this word. Now, two vowels. Sometimes the consonant goes, so we close it in. Let's see if that works. Robot? Robot? I've never heard of a robot before. Let me try an open syllable. Remember, what's an open syllable? And you're like, well, Mrs. Duskalakis, it is followed by a consonant. But remember, once you split it apart, it's not. That's an open syllable. Same thing here. That becomes an open syllable. Row, long O, bot, closed syllable. Robot. Here's one more. Now this one, pretty, I could say best-eyed. Best-eyed, never heard of that. Let's make it an open syllable. B, because remember that B would come out, which would mean it would not be closed in, so that's an open syllable, long E, B, and then that's a vowel consonant E. So open syllables are not closed in, meaning they don't have a consonant next to them. In a multisyllabic word, obviously they have a consonant next to them, but we pull that syllable out. And if that's an open syllable, then it would be a long vowel sound. So third grade, we were just talking about sometimes when you have a multisyllabic word, like in the word beside, you're going to have an open syllable and a vowel consonant E. Or in the word robot, you're going to have an open syllable, long O, row, bot, closed syllable. But sometimes that doesn't work that way. If I follow that same pattern with the first making it an open syllable with either vowel consonant E or a closed syllable, then I have relish. Relish. Have you ever heard of relish before? I haven't. Because it's not relish. It is something that you put on hot dogs, which I love. This. Not so much the hot dog. Relish. This is not an open syllable with a closed syllable. It's two closed syllables. So third grade, again, just like with the schwa, the more you read, the better you get at decoding words and knowing whether it's an open syllable with a vowel consonant E or two closed syllables. We spent about 11 minutes, 12 minutes. Open syllable, long vowel sound, and how to split up words trying different combinations of syllable sounds.